Hey everybody, it's Pajama Life with our review of KPops, the Boroughs, and Heated Rivalry. Let's go.
Oh, you famous guy. You bust a line.
No.
12 years you've been here, and all you've done is scare the regulars away. We may have another opportunity for you.
K-pop!
What?
Wild card. Korea's #1 music competition show. Oh, it's Squid Game serious. What do you say?
Okay, fine.
So what do you know about K-pop?
Not a damn thing, actually.
I'll get you up to speed.
Okay, a little dry ice, sleek visuals.
And tight abs.
You kind of remind me of myself a little bit, but like more with it. Did she ever say anything about me?
She said she fell in love with a self-centered, big-toothed man, baby. So you're not British?
Why would I be British?
My mom said this is my dad.
Idris Elba. Read her mind, and I'd ask her follow.
Hey everybody, it's Pajama Life with Patrick and Pajama. Hey. David couldn't make it today, but he'll be back next week. All right, Pat, what'd you think of K-Pops?
Okay, I didn't get all the way through it. I was watching it right up until showtime tonight. So I saw about the first 3/4 of it. Really good. I was surprised at how good this was because I was not down to watch another K-pop show. And I'm like, oh my God. Because I mean, Demon Hunters was fine before it got everywhere in all of the zeitgeist, which is okay, but I'm over it, and it was fine, and Gangnam Style, ooh, yeah, whatever. So, but this was not a story. It was a story that just happened to have a setting that was in K-pop. But the story was much better from what I was watching. Really enjoyed it. Surprisingly enjoyed what I've seen. I didn't see how it resolved, and I'm interested to finish it up after the show. But I was really loving this. This was really good.
It was cute. It was really cute. And it was, I thought it was a little too long. They could have easily cut 30 minutes out of it and tightened it up. But it was a cute story. It wasn't, everybody wasn't, super clean. I mean, Anderson .Paak's character was kind of a jerk, and the mom was kind of trash too for telling the kid that Idris Elba was his dad.
Why would you lie about anybody else? That's perfect. That's exactly what you should have done. That was some. If you're gonna tell the lie, lie big. Lie big.
That was crazy work right there. And it kind of give you a little insight into what's going on and some of the K-pop stuff. But overall, very cute story, very beautiful cinematography. And I thought it was really cute how they added in the animation in it, which was really cute, anime parts to it. I thought that was really cute. And Anderson .Paak, he directed and wrote it, and it's in part based on his life. And so the young man is his actual son in real life. So there's some kind of, overlap, fictionalized. But overall, fun, great for the whole family. I didn't see anything really objectionable in it. And a great time, great cast, and just a fun, interesting, not as formulaic as you might expect. So definitely, I think both of us agree that K-Pops is something that the whole family can enjoy. All right, up next is from the Duffer Brothers. Their second outing. I guess they went to the other end of the age spectrum with the Boroughs. Let's take a look.
Why is everyone so old?
Mr. Cooper, you'll find the Boroughs is not a last chapter. It's a new beginning.
Wait, Mr. Cooper?
Since I moved to the Boroughs, I started to see things.
Run for the shadows in this cold.
I know how it sounds.
Like you've lost your mind.
That's what I'm afraid of.
It's here.
What's it doing?
It's looking at us.
Oh my God.
There are wonders in the Boroughs, tucked away.
Anyone who knows the truth is in danger.
We got two choices. We can give up, or we can go all the way.
People come here to live.
I promise you'll have the time of your life.
All right, Pat, what'd you think of the Boroughs?
I love this. Oh my God. The Duffer Brothers know what they're about. I'm telling you what. This was every bit as good as Stranger Things, more condensed. I thought it was just, I mean, a great group of dissimilar friends becoming family members basically to each other, watching out for each other. Even the one betrayal had a redemption arc. I mean, this was super good, just creepy enough to make it, just a little uncomfortable. Perfect for the style of stories that they tell. I really enjoyed it. Alfred Molina, Shone, Gina Davis, still absolutely amazing. Everybody in the core
and
group,
beautiful
super
at
good.
70. Gina Davis is 70. I couldn't believe it. She looks
Well, and
incredible.
did you recognize? I don't know if you recognize. We looked it up because it was really familiar. The old lady that when she got a cigarette in her hand, she remembered everything. Mary McDonald, I think that's and I didn't even recognize her because she had blonde hair instead of dark hair like in every other. I just got done watching Battlestar Galactica, so I just saw her and I was like, man, her voice is so familiar. Where do I know her from? And then my wife looks it up and she goes, oh, that's it. I'm like, oh my God, yes it is. But they made her look a lot older than anything I've seen, which is probably it's probably her current age, which makes it total sense. But all of us who live in TV land like we do, you watch them at the time of their life when they were, But I really enjoyed it. Good storytelling, great. The way they did everything, and I mean, it was just dark enough, and it looked like there might have been a chance that they might try to do something, another episode, another season. I hope they don't. I like the one season stuff. I like when it's designed to be one season, and they left it to a point where the story's all tied together. They let that one weird loose end, and I suspect that's just because people who design series to continually make money. I mean, because now we can do the next season.
I mean,
Stranger Things would have been great with one season. I would have loved it. I mean, and as far as getting that modernist look that they got for the nuclear family and it was
mid-century
they do
modern,
such a good job at
atomic age.
Yes, they do such a good job at making a period sing, and they get all they get a lot of the details right. For those of us who are old enough to remember that, like me, they get a lot of that stuff really solid. So I loved it. We watched it in like 2 or 3 goes. If I hadn't had to sleep and go to work, I probably would have watched it in one shot. So love it, recommend it.
I don't know if I loved it. It was good, and I can see how people are really drawn to it. I don't know if I loved it though. I tell you, the character Dennis O'Hare, who played the doctor, he was legendary. I mean, he plays a good guy,
great redemption arc.
Guy. So great. I mean, he used to do that on Law and Order back in the day. I mean, perfect. And so he's kind of the guy you love to hate. And it was good seeing. I mean, all the actors were solid. And have, very long careers. I think Alfred Molina may have been up for a Academy Award at one point or something. Alfred Woodard, I know, has been. A lot of them have had Emmy nominations. Gina Davis, I think, has an Oscar. And so
Thelma and Louise, which you saw that little homage to it, the car driving out the end.
That little cute homage.
There was a lot of nods and winks going on there. A lot of nods and winks.
Yeah. And that was good. And the what do I say? The secret of the place, I kind of was like, that's the thing that kind of threw me, and I was like, I don't don't know. The way it ended, I was like, eh. And one thing they kind of stopped on was the theft of the rose quartz. They just kind of dropped it. But it was really interesting about who was still in the rose quartz. And a fun little fact is, at my gym, I overheard two older ladies talking about somebody was stealing art supplies from the senior center. And I was like, what is this? Another episode of the Boroughs? So this other girl and I started giggling about it. But yeah, so there's drama in these retirement communities, let me tell you. But the overall, it's a really stylish, interesting story, and but there's some scary parts and some gross and violence kind of stuff, so probably little kids not watch this, but it's certainly fun for the whole, well, most of the family. So check out The Boroughs on Netflix. Okay, up next, Electric Melanin turned me on to this. Pat was mad we didn't watch it at the time, but I didn't know it was so popular. Let's watch and then talk about Heated Rivalry for our celebration of Pride this month. All right, let's take a look.
Canada-Russia final showcasing the two most talked about prospects in the world. Canada's
Shane Hollander, I wanted to introduce myself.
Okay.
And Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes. We will be seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
See this.
He's like a huge movie star.
Are there any gay hockey players?
None that have said it publicly.
Ты с кем-то сейчас встречаешься?
Yeah.
So, what's my name gonna be?
Даже не с Джейн?
Jane.
This is such a bad idea.
What is?
I find it hard being so high profile. You're not gonna tell anyone about this, are you?
All right. Well, our good friend of the show, Electric Melanin, she has some questions that she'd like us to talk about the movie, about the TV series, I guess I should say. And it's also a series of 6 books. It might be more in the series by Rachel Reed. So definitely check that out as well. And her first question is, what did you notice about Shane that served as the underlying tension throughout the series? That's to you, Pat.
Okay, well, I'm not sure. I didn't. Okay, he just okay. Now I only got to see like 3 episodes because I have to drive to work every damn day for some crazy reason.
I thought you watched it in the fall.
But,
okay.
No, I didn't. I was waiting for us all to watch it together. So
okay.
And all of a sudden it came up, and I was like, ah. But anyway, Shane would be which one of the two? The name. Well, it would have been
the dark hair.
the Canadian. Okay.
Right.
The Canadian. Yeah. Okay. So he what did I notice about which would be served as underlying tension? He was trying to make his family happy. The whole trying to be mama's boy, basically, it felt like in the episodes that I saw.
Okay.
And got to keep everything kind of underlying.
Okay. So what the issue for Shane is, and this is in the books as well, that Shane has autism. So when you look at it from that lens, you see that there are these things that he doesn't pick up on that somebody who doesn't have a neurodivergent personality would pick up on, like how sarcastic Rozanov is, or how Rozanov kind of tries to tell him about his feelings, where other people would catch those cues. Shane misses a lot of those cues. And so, and you see that throughout the season. So that's a really interesting, once you understand that part of it, then it brings a lot of things into focus for him. And I guess it was 7 books. And the next question, I'm gonna have her pull it up. And if you have questions out there, go ahead and submit those questions to us as well. All right. What is each character's kryptonite? What do you think?
Each other, and the fact that be cool. I mean, they can pretend to be cool for a few minutes, but then they lose it. So I want to say they're each other's kryptonite.
Yeah, I think that let me see. The Shane is in the closet, and very deep kind of in there because he doesn't understand himself fully. So that's kind of his kryptonite. And for Ilya, it's his family. And you'll see in other episodes that his family is a very toxic dynamic. And so he struggles with that as Shane is trying to struggle to understand and accept his sexuality. So that's kind of a really interesting dynamic between the two. And one has what the other needs. And so that's really an interesting way to think about it. Okay, so here's a question. Why do you think that this show appeals to so many women out there?
Well, I will tell you what I think. I think that this is probably a much more accurate representation of forbidden desire, forbidden love than anything we ever saw on Bridgerton or any of these other mass-produced.
Don't come after Bridgerton.
Mass-produced. I am coming after Bridgerton because it's something they keep making shows and shows about, and it's the same show every time. This is something that is broke out of the mold. It is something different. It shows true attraction between whether it's magnetic, whatever it is. I mean, you see this, and it's not. It didn't feel as heavily scripted as a lot of these newer romance or things that are hot. I say hot for 15 minutes and then people forget about it and move on to the next one. So I mean, I saw this whole thing as a great palate cleanser, for lack of a better word, from so much of the common, the typical fare that you're seeing on mass produced by so many of these companies, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Netflix, whoever. They keep churning out similar stuff. And I get it, it's easy to do, but this one kind of broke the mold, and it showed that, and to me, looking at it just overall, it showed that you can make a really good show without a lot of big names, because these guys were everybody in it, great jobs. I mean, these two unknowns came out, unknown directors, unknown production company, everybody came out and made top quality material.
Yeah,
and it finally hit at the right time.
Material is really good. It had a firm foundation in what Rachel Reed was doing. And so, yeah, top notch. And now I'm a woman and I loved it, thought it was super hot. And the reason is, and it's true, I looked at Rachel Reed talking about it, and she's right. It's full of consent. At every point there's a discussion, there's a lot of communication. I mean, it doesn't hurt that they're in the best shape ever. But it's also very affectionate and passionate, yes, but they also have a deep, affirming love for each other. And so that is really what you're not seeing a lot of, where people are connected, and it's also given permission to have all of these sexual encounters. And what woman wouldn't like that to see? And they also say things that you want to hear from a mate, of how much they're adored and how much they're loved and how much, they think of them in high regard. And so that was, and it's relatively trauma free. So many romances today, there's some kind of bad situation that's kind of traumatic, or they are trauma bonding because of some crazy something, and this doesn't have any of that. They're two equals who fall in love and try to find their way through it throughout the years. So I thought that is a really beautiful part of the whole movie, which sometimes you don't think about, but consent is so important these days. So I liked how the show modeled that for future generations to understand this is what you do with a partner, and you can do whatever you want if you have consent from each party. So very beautiful part of it. But overall, so far, are you digging it, Pat?
Yeah, I mean it's good. I will tell you, I'm a little surprised that you're as affirming about this as you are, because typically you get a little ick about the whole sex stuff. I'm just going to tell you, you got a okay. I don't need to pull up past movies reviews, but in the past it seems like I got receipts. But I mean, I am glad. I'm glad to see that you're liking this as much as you are, and I am okay with this. This is all awesome, and like I said, it is definitely something different, and I like different a lot.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm coming from, because I'm tired of watching the same things, and it seems like the older I get, the more I see the same things over and over again. When you see something new, it's really a lot more arresting. You know what I'm saying? It really gets your attention. And so, yeah, I'm down. This is awesome.
And Electric Bell has one more question. Who do you think fell in love first, Shane or Ilya?
Oh, Shane.
Ah.
He may not have known, but I'm going to go with Shane.
Yeah, I think he didn't understand all of his feelings, but I think
I think Ilya fell in lust first. I think he was definitely more in touch with what he was getting into, and Shane was gobsmacked, and it hit him, and then they both end up there. But I think it was somebody was falling in love and someone was falling in lust, and then they ended up in the same spot.
Yeah. And the part that is still just one of the most beautiful parts, and he's trying to explain, Shane is trying to explain his feelings and he can't, and Ilya is just going Hollander, and he's like, oh, because they had a very, very tender moment. It just wasn't a sexual moment, it was a loving moment, and it freaked Shane out, and he just kept saying Hollander. It was just so beautiful. Oh my God, it was just so romantic. And but it's those kind of scenes of love and patience and caring and just little cutesy romantic things, that everything you see was the same kind of things you see in a Hallmark movie, but this time it's just two men. And so I really love that stuff. So that was really wonderful to see.
I'm going to disagree with the Hallmark movie thing. I've never seen a Hallmark movie I know the ending of or was surprised by in a minute. So nothing at all like a Hallmark movie, other than the fact there were two people getting together.
A lot more than
that's
you.
it,
and
that's
been a
it.
few that have surprised me, that weren't as traditional as some of the slop coming out of some of these other ones. But this one, I mean, in terms of the romantic kind of themes, and how things play out, it's very much in line with that, but it's not copycat that stuff, because there are some different kind of things and a couple of other storylines in there that are really good. So, hopefully we will see a day at some point when a person playing sports can be fully out, particularly men, and not have to hide and just be who they are. And it should be, as long as they play good sports, who cares about who they with in the off season? So definitely oh, and Electric Melody, there is a Hallmark themed fan edit of the show on YouTube, which I took a look at, and it is hilarious how it all falls out. And there's also a great podcast by two hockey fans who had no idea about it and heard about it. So they went through all the episodes as hockey fans and talked about the episode and the show. It's very, very cute. It's called Empty Netters. So if you get a chance to check it out, it's these two kind of very alpha guys talking about Heated Rivalry and how much they loved Heated Rivalry. So, maybe this'll help some change in the community, and kind of loosen up some people's beliefs about people who are gay, lesbian, bi, trans, queer. I'm sorry I don't get all the acronyms, but definitely are gay and lesbian and the like fellow people. We want stories about them as well, as they're being under attack. I want to see more things, and I will always support the community. So definitely, I think we both agree, Pat. Check out.
Yeah, definitely.
Heated Rivalry. Now, I don't think this was for the kids. But if you let your kid watch really violent stuff, you can let them watch some romantic stuff too. Shoot. But I don't think it's for the little ones. But if you have a teenager or someone, it might be something to sit down and have discussions about things. And find out where your kids are at, because young people have a very different perspective on this that someone my age grew up with. So, and more power to them, but once again, check out Heated Rivalry on HBOMax. All right, that is it for us. I hope you enjoyed our show. Next week we will watch, and we continue all month with different things highlighting the LGBTQIA peoples for this month for Pride. Next week it's the Vampire Lestat and the Grey House. Pat, you got any final words for us?
Nope, just everybody get out and enjoy the weather before it gets into the hotter than the hubs of Hades, as it were. Make sure you get out there, enjoy the weather while it's still good, and have a great week.
Yeah, and it's hot here. It's already started to be in the 90s. So definitely stay cool, have fun, and remember, love is love. We'll see you next time. Take care.